You probably already know by now that just about 6 months after leaving the White House, Jared Kushner used his connections prior and potentially in the future to get about $2 billion worth of investment capital from the Saudis. Despite the fact, as was reported, the panel that is supposed to evaluate the Saudi investments looked into Jared Kushner and his new Affinity Capital Group and decided this is a terrible deal. They don't have experience. We shouldn't do this. So they said no, but Mohammed bin Salman said, no, we're doing this. I like Jared. I like where he's going. We're doing this. And now new PowerPoint documents of their pitch have come out that show it to be even more of a joke than we thought initially. So, oh, by the way, let me also throw in that the Saudi Investment Fund Group said that the deal was, quote, to form a strategic relationship with Kushner rather than on the basis of its financial merit. We already know that. We knew what this was about. It's a $2 billion investment of a certain type. But anyway, Affinity Partners was very clear about that you should not be investing because they necessarily know what they're doing, but they know certain people. And you'll see that quickly. First of all, here is one of their slides. This was obtained, by the way, by Kenny Klippenstein, a friend of the show over at The Intercept. Affinity Partners, very cool logo there, Jared. Anyway, he says our unique network and experience makes us a differentiated partner for companies navigating the rapidly evolving global political and economic environment. That strikes me as a person who needed to do their PowerPoint really quickly and busted out the thesaurus and added in a bunch of buzzwords that they neither understand nor can deploy accurately. They say our unique experience and perspective allows us to tie macro and government policy trends to economic themes and investment opportunities, which is a pitch designed to cause your brain to run out of your ears and down your neck. But the joke's on me because it apparently worked. Now we're gonna get to more of these slides, but what do you make about this recent investment move by Jared Kushner?
It makes me want to throw up. I mean, as somebody who has actually put together these slides and sought out angel investors and money for different projects, I mean, you have to have if you're one of us, you have to have a clear product and you have to have a clear plan about how you're gonna make some money and how this is gonna be successful. If you're Jared Kushner, all you have to do is say, oh yeah, my father-in-law's the president, and oh, by the way, I'm chums with the Saudi crown prince. That's all it takes. And suddenly he's gonna get $25 million a year in management fees for this investment. I mean, it makes me want to throw up.
100%. And look, he is hardly the first person that has used their connections, especially after leaving the White House, to do this. The thing that makes him noteworthy is that it is such a cartoonishly transparent version of it. Like, they know who you are, dude. You don't in the PowerPoint need to be like, hey, by the way, did you know that we know all these people? Yes, they get it. That's the only reason they're talking in the first place. But he is, they love to pretend that he's this like wonderkind or whatever, but he doesn't even understand how corruption is supposed to be done. In any event, he does multiple slides about how awesome he is and the people he knows. I'm not gonna go through all of this. Noteworthy fact though, in addition to Jared Kushner, one of the people involved in this investment thing is married to the judge who we talked about earlier on the show that just struck down the transportation mask mandate. So, small world. One might call it a deep state. Anyway, we're moving on. The slides make repeated reference to Affinity's network, which includes a bunch of Trump administration appointees in the team members section. They say that we're gonna accelerate transformation through connectivity, which sounds like something Elizabeth Holmes would have said during a pitch. It's just so buffoonish. But the only thing more ridiculous perhaps is that the mainstream media really didn't talk much about this. They are focused on the Hunter Biden thing. That is the issue of people with political connections getting money from international sources that we should be worried about, not these billions of dollars for Jared Kushner.
And you've just explained what connectivity really means when Jared Kushner articulates it. It's baffling. And again, Jared Kushner better hope that his father-in-law now runs for president, because the moment his dad says, oh no, I'm not running in 2024, forget about any more investments like this.
It'll be done. For more political news, breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.